Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ephemeral Orb, our TTRPG series that I'm doing with some very lovely people. I am not the proprietor of this channel. The proprietor of this channel is Sir Thompshire, who is one of the players. And last time, our players, much to my surprise to be honest, managed to beat back a Naga invasion, a Naga that also had a Kraken with them. And because of that, I decided to allow them to quote-unquote level up. I know that Fate Accelerated level up is not the correct terminology, but I'll just say that it is for the sake of argument. So everyone has also put, as a result of that quote-unquote level up, a +1 to one of their stats. So now I'd like to have the players introduce themselves as usual, but also for the sake of clarity, if they could mention where they've put that extra point in their stats, okay? So, I suppose let's go in alphabetical order as usual. DoomGoblin?
Yeah, my name is DoomGoblin and I'm playing Captain Bladebeard, and I added my +1 point into my forceful approach. So now I have +2 forceful.
Yep. Next we have the owner of this channel, Sir Thompshire.
I'm playing Benjamin Aaran, and if we're talking stats, now I have a +1 in flashy, so my big flashes of light actually are effective, maybe? I don't know. Let's see.
And last but by no means least, we have Skoll.
Yo, I'm Skoll, and I am playing the lovable Buhd, and I have added a 1 to Buhd's flashy, so now Buhd has a 3 flashy. He can be very distracting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. I think you have the highest flashy stat in this group. And probably
wow.
the highest forceful, I think. But I'm not sure, I need to double check that.
Buhd has a 3 forceful and a 3 flashy.
That is a lot. Yeah, that's... by the way, in future level ups, you can go beyond 3. I'm saying this because I'm a bit surprised that none of you have, but okay.
Yeah, we can go up to 5, right? Or
No, you can go up to 8 or 9 or whatever.
oh,
I think even 10, but obviously that will take a lot of level ups. So yeah,
yeah.
I do need to double check the rules, but there are NPCs who have very, very high stats, as you would expect. But yeah, so last time we took a week break because of IRL stuff. But last time, as I mentioned, our players, again much to my surprise, managed to beat back a Naga invasion. I'm still putting the last week's map on screen just to sort of recap. I will get rid of it when we start playing properly. So last time you guys beat back a Naga invasion. You fought alongside the orcs and greatly impressed them in that regard. If you guys do remember, in the previous session, you guys hung out with a Dark Iron Dwarf who turned out to be an infinite dragon, but thankfully, a blue dragon showed up out of nowhere and beat that infinite dragon. However, the blue dragon was heavily wounded when the Kraken attacked and crashed into the canteen. What else? Oh yeah, I should give you like sort of a damage report from the Naga attack. Most of the orcs are dead. In the last few sessions, a bunch of orcs were occupying the town, the high-range hideaway. Most of the orcs are dead. Half of Kyrie's crew is dead. Kyrie is the benevolent goblin who offered to take you guys out of this orc-occupied place, but then a Naga attack happened. The vast majority of the Naga are dead, but they're withdrawing, so that's not particularly relevant. And yeah, you guys managed to beat the Kraken by boarding Kyrie's ship and turning the cannons on the Kraken. Benjamin saw that the Kraken was being controlled by this lovely Naga lady and directed Buhd's cannon there and promptly took her out with a collaborative team effort that also heavily wounded the Kraken. You guys have scared off the Kraken, And I guess let's start in the immediate aftermath to also sort of warm ourselves up, because no NPCs will come and bother you for like a few minutes. You guys have just defeated a Kraken with cannons. What do you do? Yeah, at the very end of the last session, Buhd was celebrating loudly. I presume everyone feels relief. The Kraken is withdrawing, and you see the Naga are slowly withdrawing as well, from all fronts.
Buhd is the Kraken Slayer.
Yay! Well done, Buhd. We did it.
Buhd always knew that Buhd would one day kill Kraken.
Well, you scared it off.
dead.
Buhd, it dying. Clearly from Buhd's magnitude.
Yeah, well done, Buhd. Well done, everyone. We did it.
Now what?
I would like to approach Captain Kyrie.
In the last session, as you guys had just defeated a Kraken, Kyrie went into her personal quarters. By the way, Buhd, as you say, I killed the Kraken, etc. The Kraken, as it is slowly withdrawing, will raise up a tentacle at you and sort of shake it at you.
Buhd shakes its fist back at it.
And yeah,
We will get him next time.
Buhd will make famous ogre Kraken soup.
I'm curious before you do what you said you were going to do, Bladebeard. What's Benjamin's reaction? And what's he doing?
I'm kind of, staying a bit further from Bladebeard and Buhd, and I'm just mainly contemplating the situation since I finally got my chance at some payback against some fish people.
Yeah. And also as a reminder to our viewers, in the last session you were really thinking of going off on your own, but you saw that the exits of the town wouldn't have been so easy to, exit. So you returned with your buddies, and through teamwork you managed to beat the Kraken. And I'm very proud of you guys. As a DM, I'm saying that. I should also mention, just to sort of set the scene before we go to what Bladebeard was doing. Shallan is also with you in this particular form, sort of half naked. He's still cradling his legs and still whispering madly. Buhd put him gently on the whole of the ship, separate from all the fighting. He's still there. Kyrie, as I mentioned, was cheering you guys on, and then went into her quarters when you guys drove off the Kraken. The Archmage is with you. She was heavily wounded by the Kraken, but is still standing, so to say. And and as you guys are driving off the Kraken, you are hearing a lot of cheering coming from the town.
We heroes. We saved day.
Yeah.
Yay! We saved the Horde town that was treating us terribly.
I hate to interrupt the celebration, but we should leave before Hellscream himself comes to check the town out.
Yeah.
You think Angry War Chief gonna give Buhd a badge?
No.
By the way, Benjamin, you still look like a human.
Yeah, he looks like a human, yeah.
Maybe you should, yeah.
You smell like a human.
Well,
I will
if we leave...
I will remind everyone that in regards to Benjamin's smell, that he did piss himself last time.
I don't remember that.
You smell like an ogre.
Is that the compliment?
It can be compliment, but Buhd smell good because Buhd is hero.
Okay.
But you smell really bad.
Thank you. I had a terrible day.
We get you We get you a soap and bath from nice goblin captain lady.
That would actually be appreciated.
We go find her and ask for bath.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about
Captain
to.
Bladebeard's beard smell worse than Buhd on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I would also like a bath. To be honest, I'm covered in Naga blood.
And your face smell like dead man face.
Yeah, you're somehow Bladebeard, because of game mechanics, you are still disguised as an quote-unquote undead dwarf.
Yeah, I know.
So
Very stinky.
yeah, Bladebeard, you want to go approach Kyrie?
Yeah, I knock on her doors if they are closed.
It's closed. You hear no reply.
Oi, Captain. I saw that a big part of your crew has fallen, and I mean, believe me, I know how that feels. So yeah, if you need someone to talk with, you know where to find me. Are you there?
You hear no reply once again. The Archmage will roll her eyes at you.
Give her some time. You know, it's terrible. You know, losing your crewmates. It's a bad thing. So what's the plan?
As you guys are talking, the cheering from the town, you see a cheering crowd come from the docks to Kyrie's ship, the direction of Kyrie's ship, and they're cheering, celebrating, presumably, what you guys have accomplished.
Buhd should go see fans.
You know, I really like parties and having fun, but I would really like to leave this town as soon as possible.
But what if they were to give Buhd a cake? Buhd
You-
hasn't had cake in forever.
I mean, but you can go if you want. I'm staying on the ship.
Buhd will come back to ship lady.
Which
Yeah.
ship do you mean, Bladebeard, by the way?
The goblins ship.
Okay.
Also, but if you want, I know you. You said you want to fix our little boat friendship.
Yes, Buhd can fix friendship after Buhd says hi to many fans.
Yeah, I believe I gave you enough money to do that, right?
Lots happened since
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gave Buhd
Here's,
money.
here's a bit more. Buy yourself something nice.
Buhd could get a top hat.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, but Bladebeard in the previous session, not the last one, but the one before that, Bladebeard gave you a shirt that was made for a troll berserker, so it's someone shorter than you but bulkier than you. I don't know if you're wearing that.
He has been wearing it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was torn a little bit during the running process and fighting and
Yeah,
all that.
probably. The Archmage will say, well, I'm still not particularly welcome in horde towns, even in these circumstances. Can I ask you people for a favor? Could you extend each of you your hands to me?
Okay.
All right.
I guess so.
Benjamin, you remember in the very first time you met the Archmage that she tried to put a detection spell on you, and you presume that this is what's going to happen right now. basically like she's putting like a marker on you guys to so that she can know at all times wherever you guys are. Is that all
Alright.
right?
First I narrow my eyes at her.
She notices that and says, I know what you're thinking, but I think we can agree that we are on the same side, at least for the moment. This is just so I can know where to teleport back after, presumably, you people leave this horde outpost.
So you are going away again?
As I mentioned, I don't think I would be particularly welcome, even given the circumstances, because I am. She sort of lifts up her skirt a little bit. I am a Teeironor, and also
Well-
a human. Come to think of it.
Yeah, you mentioned that you guys, Teeironor, you joined the alliance again, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Politics.
yeah.
She will
I'm
look at,
sure.
she'll look at you, Benjamin. You are not a member of the alliance.
Not, let's say, I mean, somewhat.
So who's this noble you're working for? Is he a part of the alliance?
Well, again, technically yes, but he was a bit on the shady side, I guess.
And I presume, unlike what you told me last time, that particular noble is not, and she points towards Bladebeard.
Is not.
Yeah, it's not me. It's some. I actually don't know who Benjamin works for.
I figured. Just to remind you guys, in the second or third or fourth episode, Bladebeard told the Archmage that the noble Benjamin is working for is himself.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So the Archmage will roll her eyes and say, as Benjamin suspects, I want to put a detection spell on you. It would allow me to know your locations at all times, so that when you leave this horde outpost, I can return to you easily. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, as long as you don't drag me to the violet halls, it's fine by me.
That is a discussion for another time. She will look towards Buhd as well. What's Buhd's reaction, or does he give his consent?
Well, what?
The Archmage wants to put a detection spell on you, basically a marker which lets her know wherever you are at all times. Do you agree?
Butter's okay with this.
Okay. So she extends her hand and asks each of you to extend your hands so that she can put the marker on.
But Buhd puts his hand out.
She gently grasps one of your fingers, I guess, and you feel a little tingle, Buhd, but otherwise you feel nothing different. She then holds out her hand towards Bladebeard and Benjamin.
Buhd got a handhold with the lady.
Yeah, I shake
She
her
will sigh.
hand.
You shake her hand.
Yeah.
She will hesitate for a little bit, but she will grab your hand. You are a lowly pirate after all. She does not normally associate with you people. But yeah, because of the circumstances, she shakes your hand as well. And again, you also feel a small tingle, but otherwise you feel as if nothing's different. She withdraws her hand and extends it towards Benjamin.
I just extend my hand as well.
Okay. She takes it, and she does not like grab you by the hand, but sort of by the forearm, gently this time, not unlike the first episode, and you feel magical energy building up, a small tingle in your arm, but otherwise nothing different other than because you are slightly magically attuned, you do feel the presence of her spell, but it's very subtle. As in, it won't bother you. It's not like an itch or something. You just know that it's there.
I just sigh after she's done.
She will give you a sort of half apologetic look. Yeah. Otherwise, she will say, well, if you are going to leave on this ship, please do put a good word in for me with the captain. She smiles as if, haha, I just told a funny joke, even though there's nothing funny about her statement.
You like Captain too? She's very nice.
I've never met her, honestly.
Yeah. Also, by the way, what's exactly our plan? You know, what's our goal here?
Well,
I you want to get the orb from the chicken man,
and
right?
repel the demonic invasion.
Yeah, I would also like to get Booty Bay back, and
I admit pirates would be preferable to demons.
always.
I've had enough goblins for a lifetime. Let's.
Also, I mean, Benjamin, you also want the orb, right?
The Archmage will sort of give you a quizzical look, Benjamin.
Well, it is what I was hired for, but now that I know what it is, I'm not sure I want to complete the job. Which might get me in trouble, but I guess I'm used to it.
So what's in this for you? I mean, our Archmage, are we getting paid by Teeironor for getting this orb? Are you getting paid?
Getting paid like the money that you stole from me, or the orb that you stole from me.
Bud wants to kill Birdman.
Yeah, I want to.
At least the truth is out.
She will sigh, and she will say,
So,
go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you were about to teleport, right?
Yes, she will nod and say, while I'm away, I will also confer with the Teeironor. The situation is much more serious than I expected, given that we just experienced a Naga attack and a Kraken attack at that. She will shake her head incredulously, but then also wince because she was pretty heavily wounded in that fight. And also, hopefully tend to my wounds.
Can you also ask them for more wizard allies?
I will obviously try. It's not a situation that's desirable to the Teeironor, obviously, to have a demonic and a Naga invasion in just south of Stormwind, but that is not entirely up to me, as you can imagine.
Also, they mentioned that there were dragons here. Two dragons.
Angry dragon man.
And they were fighting each other.
I made a note of that.
Yeah, I thought that dragons were defeated like a year ago or whatever.
All of them are vile creatures, regardless.
Yeah.
Bud wants to ride a dragon.
Well, I won't take a bath, but we all have dreams.
When Bud says he wants to ride the dragon, she will slightly burst out laughing, but then quickly compose herself because the crowd is approaching.
Oh, Bud's fans are here.
They're still a bit of a ways away, but they're coming closer and closer. So she will look at you and say, I will see you soon. She will look towards Benjamin. If the situation is dire, just release a very flashy magical spell, and I'll know to come.
Well, let's hope it works this time.
She will sigh, and then, unless somebody stops her, teleport away.
Alright. See ya.
Okay. Do you guys
Goodbye, pretty lady.
allow her to teleport away?
Yeah, and as she
Yeah.
does, I pick my orb and I turn myself into a blood elf again.
Okay. Noted. So yeah, you guys are hearing the crowd approaching. You can't exactly see it from your position. You'd have to move a bit. What do you do?
Can I try to see who is approaching?
Yeah, they're still a bit of a ways away. Can you do me a careful check? Depending on your roll, I'll tell you how much you see. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Just a moment.
Because it's been a while. / roll for the F plus whatever your careful is.
Yep. +2.
/ not I.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Also, everyone else is also welcome to like join Bladebeard and okay, you see
Oh,
absolutely.
I forgot +2.
Okay.
So 5.
So everyone else is also welcome to join Bladebeard in taking a look to see the crowd that's approaching.
I just try standing as further as possible from the crowd.
Well, they're a bit of a ways away and you're on the ship, but I imagine you're trying to walk away from like the boarding plank, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Buhd sees a lot. Bladebeard, did you roll?
Yeah, I can roll again.
Well, yeah, the previous roll wasn't really typed correctly, so yeah.
Again, I
//
yeah, slash.
It happens, don't worry, it happens.
-1.
Okay, Bladebeard, you're still a little bit hazy, but you would see in the distance a group of orcs and goblins approaching, as well as other people of some other different races, horde ones. You presume that it's the patrons from the town before like the attack and the quarantine, etc., etc. But otherwise, I guess you would see that among those who are coming are several of these, because their armor is shiny, so you'd probably be able to see it. By the way, in regards to the time of day, it's sunset going towards evening. So among the crowd, Buhd, you see several of these people, which you did not see during combat. Only Benjamin saw them.
What's that shiny orcs?
Orcs are coming. Well, I think I'm going to hide somewhere. I don't want to deal with orcs.
But go say hi to them.
Alright, I'm going to take Shalan with me as well, and can I go like below deck or?
Yeah, Shalan does not oppose you. Both Bladebeard and Benjamin. Benjamin, you're also saying that you're staying on the ship, correct? Or
Yeah, just not close to the boarding plank.
are you still staying? Are you trying to hide or just be inconspicuous?
Just inconspicuous. I just don't want to engage with the crowd.
Okay. Then can you, Benjamin, roll for me a sneaky? And it will be difficulty 4, let's say, because there's not many people on the ship. And if you manage to do that, I'll give you a temporary aspect that you can use to your advantage if you need to roll, okay? Okay. You are very conspicuous, what can I say?
Well, I'm a blood elf, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, the perfume wafts off of you, and your sparkling eyes shine for a little bit.
Perfume is a bit of a funny term, but okay.
Yeah. Bud, how are you meeting them? Are you staying on the ship? Are you coming down?
Bud is coming down off the ship.
Okay. You will see the cheering crowds. As I said, people of all races. Are you going to meet them or waiting for them?
He's gonna go meet them.
Okay. And as you walk closer, you see. I'll get rid of her for a little bit. You see. Where is it? Among the goblins, the very owner of this place, Sassy. You see this lovely lady, who, by the way, was single-handedly responsible for killing like 100 or so Naga in the last session. I don't know exactly if it's more than you guys or not. I need to check that again. But yeah.
I don't know, she's probably level 90 and the Naga were probably level 85, so it makes sense she killed so many.
Yeah, but she was also a little bit wounded. But yeah. Who else would you see? Who else? You will also see Bud. One of the orcs is leading this little fellow by the hand. You will remember that it's the guy who tried to give Benjamin the tasty treats, quote unquote. And in front of the group, sort of, where is it? Sort of surrounded by these orcs in shining armor, is this lovely gentleman.
Oh no!
I felt that. No!
It is him!
I felt this was an absurd joke.
Hi, Garrosh.
I think I'm gonna jump overboard.
It's a good thing Bud's like the only one who probably would be able to be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. But yeah, the orcs are cheering. Garrosh is also smiling quite broadly, and they're coming towards you. Bud, would you know who Garrosh is, or how he looks?
He knows the tusks, so he knows he's a big old tusk man who wears tusks on his shoulders. He's at least familiar enough with the horde and who's in charge of it right now. But he doesn't know Garrosh like personally, besides the fact that people call him a very angry orc man. But Bud kind of sees all orcs as angry orc men, so it's like typical for Bud.
Yeah. He does not seem very angry. Oops, I did not mean to do that. He does not seem very angry at the moment, perhaps surprisingly enough. But yeah, the crowd. Go ahead.
Is Garrosh before he has reasons to be angry during mists?
The crowds are cheering, and the sort of order of procession is two of the Korkran. I don't know if you know that they are Korkran. I'm just saying, so you know, two of the Korkran, then Garrosh, then some more of the Korkran, and then the rest of the crowd composed of various orcs, goblins, and other various races. Yeah, and the orcs and Garrosh will come up to you. Do you do or say anything?
Hello, I am Bud. I am first mate pirate. Arr.
Are you really announcing to the war chief of the horde that you're a pirate?
Well, he's he already admitted that a while ago, I think, to other orcs in the area. So
Okay.
he's not a liar.
Go ahead.
Garrosh already kind of gave the thumbs up to pirates during Cataclysm. So
Sure. You see, as he approaches, his smile sort of waver a bit when you say pirate. But you say that in Orcish, correct?
yes.
Okay. But he's still smiling, just not as much as before. And will ask, again, I'm sort of paraphrasing because you don't understand Orcish perfectly. Are you ones who drive off Kraken? Are you one who
Yeah.
drives off Kraken, rather?
Bud shot cannons at Kraken fled like weak cow.
He will laugh at that. He will place a hand on your shoulder, then turn towards the rest of the group, of the entourage, and say in Orcish, this champion responsible for great victory for the Horde, Loktarogar, and cheers.
Bud smiles happily and kind of fist pumps in the air and goes, Loktar!
Yep, most of the orcs also yell Loktarogar, as well as some of the goblins and peoples of the other races. Garrosh will also reach out to this lady who was in the entourage with him, and he will also clasp her by the shoulder and say the two of you, some of the greatest heroes of the Horde, all of you killed hundreds, great victory for Horde, happy good stuff.
Arr.
Bladebeard and Benjamin, you hear a lot of loud cheering. Benjamin, since you fought in Northrend, would you have been nearby Garrosh at any point?
Probably not.
Okay, I was wondering if you'd recognize the voice, but in that case, no. But you're both Bladebeard and Benjamin are free to take a look if they want.
I'm going to stay hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm well where I am.
Okay. Garrosh will turn to sort of everyone. He takes away his hand from both your shoulder, Bud, and the armored orc lady's shoulder, and will say, "Today, great day for the Horde. Today, not only repel massive Naga attack, but today also kill the son of Varian Rin. Great day for Horde."
Oh, what a terrible day.
Aha!
Yay!
But at Bladebeard, you would recognize the words Varian Rin, if that affects you somehow.
Not really.
And yeah, Garrosh will say, once again proclaiming to the town, which includes Bud in this case, this town spearhead of Horde offensive to drive away demons, Loktarogar. The orcs cheer, the goblins look horrified.
Arr!
Yeah, and Garrosh will once again put his hand on your shoulder, Bud, and also on the armored orc lady's shoulder, and say, for valor in battle, these two will be commanders of a Horde army in this operation.
Ah, yes, a very smart move, Garrosh. Put an ogre in charge of the Horde.
Yeah, you never
Hey.
met this ogre before, and like,
Hey,
hey,
you drove off a Kraken, you killed tens, if not hundreds of Naga. He believes you are completely awesome.
It's gonna go to Bud's head.
well, I guess you can say that Garrosh doesn't find many people awesome, so that's
He's,
something.
Garrosh is a fan of Bud.
Well, especially not an orc. Not a non-orc. What can I say? The armored orc lady cheers. Bud, what's your reaction to being named commander of Horde offensive?
Bud drums his chest happily, like a gorilla.
Yeah, the orcs all yell Loktarogar. The armored orc lady looks at you and says, something better not slow down me, ogre. Something like that.
Bud is fast, but to do good.
She will salute you.
Bud does his best to mimic the salute.
Yeah. And as the crowd cheers, this little goblin will come up to Garrosh, sort of stunning the Corcoran guard who are around him, and he will say in Orcish, but you also understand this, that this ogre not only person who drive off Kraken, also a human named Benjamin Aaran drive off Kraken. He
Oh
awesome.
god, I hate this.
Oh,
Oh no, this is terrible.
And he says this human very awesome. This human is incredible. This human should also be commander of Horde forces.
Well, maybe if we're lucky, Garrosh will kill him for his insolence.
Bud, what's your immediate reaction?
but no remember human.
Benjamin, you would have recognized this goblin's voice and probably heard the name Benjamin Aaran.
I scratch my ear very violently.
I should be glad he didn't call him Twinkles, because then Bud would get excited.
Well, yeah, Garrosh is a little bit stunned, especially since this goblin also has no eyes, and he
Just another day on the job.
Yeah, the Corcoran one of the Corcoran sort of grabs this goblin by the arm to sort of like quote unquote arrest him. But Garrosh will turn to you, Bud, and say, "Who do you know about this? What he talking about?"
No humans, but Bud fought with undead dwarf and mighty elf man
Um,
known as Twinkles.
I'm so sorry, Thompshire, but this goblin will say, the elf is actually a human. His name is Benjamin. He's incredible. He's the best."
I hate this game.
That don't make sense to Bud.
Um,
How can elf be human and human be elf? That no add up.
the Corcoran who's holding the goblin will ask, "What do you want to do with him, my war chief?" And Garrosh will look at you, Bud, then notice the ship behind you, and he does know that you used cannons to drive off the Kraken, and he will ask, "This your ship?"
This is Bud's friendship. She offer it to Bud to help fight Kraken. Very nice lady.
He will narrow his eyes, and he will start marching towards the ship with some of the Corcoran in tow.
Oh no.
I hate this.
Oh.
I'm hidden, right?
You are below decks. Yeah, I'll roll your sneaky as well, to see how hidden you are.
Hey, you can't blame this on Bud. This is all on Goblin, dude.
You are
Or-
very well hidden, Bladebeard. You'll probably not be found even if they search the ship.
Oh wow, I'm
Also,
gonna die.
Shalan is with me, I guess.
Yeah, Shalan is still muttering madly. If he like screams at some point, you know how random he can be. I will allow you to like cover his mouth before he's noticed, if you want.
Alright, I'm
If that
prepared.
happens.
to do that.
Yeah. Benjamin, you hear footsteps, some very loud footsteps at that, and like armor clinking coming towards the ship. Bud, are you also going with them, or
Yeah, Bud follows after them.
okay? You have some time to react, Benjamin.
Am I the only one in the deck?
There's also one or two crew members because the ship wasn't totally abandoned, but they are like they were cheering for you guys at the very beginning, and now they're like going to meet the expecting crowd. They are not humans or elves, by the way. They are I don't know,
Kobold.
undead and goblins, I guess. Sure,
Can I try getting below deck?
you certainly can. Roll for me a sneaky.
Can I maybe assist him?
How would you assist him?
I see that he came below deck, and I'm, hey, Benjamin, over here. I'm already hidden. I found a big, a nice spot.
Sure, but because of Benjamin's role, assists only provide a +1. So Benjamin
Can I use a fate point?
You certainly can.
I'll invoke my adventuring sellsword because I've hidden around some bits and yeah.
You want to use that to increase your roll or to reroll?
It's a difficulty 4, right?
Yeah, but the difficulty 4, but the better you roll in general, the better hidden you would be.
Okay, then I guess I'll take Bladebeard's advantage and my own fate points.
To reroll or give you a +2?
To give me +2.
Okay, so you have a score of 2 in total. You're hidden, not very well hidden. You will be revealed at a thorough search, but at first glance you are hidden. Okay?
Sure.
Yeah. You hear conversations from above deck. Buhd, Garrosh has come onto the deck of the ship, and he is asking the crew who is the captain of the ship. The crew look very surprised. They did not expect the war chief of the horde to show up and are sort of stuttering a little bit. Some of them are like looking in your direction to like, what do I say to this guy?
Buhd thinks that the captain is in her quarters. She a small goblin with blue hair.
Okay. Garrosh will go to the door. Unless the crew looks at you like, no, you shouldn't have said that. But they're not like going to try to stop Garrosh. Yeah, Garrosh goes to the door of the captain, sees that it's closed, and is going to roll his forceful. Okay, he crashes the door with no difficulty.
Well, I guess that stat tells us that we can't assassinate Garrosh.
I will say that Garrosh is the only character who has a higher forceful stat than the main villain.
Worrying.
But yeah, he crashes open the door, he enters, and after a few seconds, he exits and looks very angry and says to Buhd and the crewmen, there is no one here. What are you hiding?
She in there before.
He will motion towards some of his Corkran to grab you, Buhd.
So much for a hero's welcome.
Buhd gets grabbed.
Okay, what's like the look on your face?
He's very shocked and confused.
Okay. Garrosh will come up to you then and say, who are you really? Why are you here?
Buhd is Buhd, and we here after running away from Buhd Bay.
His eyes will widen for a little bit at that mention, and he will ask, you were there at Buhd Bay? What happened?
Big Arakoa man summon in the demons and other things around place, and he hurt Buhd and Buhd friends.
He will look concerned for a little bit. Then he'll motion to his Corkran to like let you go. Then he will turn to the armored lady and say, only you are the commander, but take this ogre as advisor.
Hey, advisor Buhd.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're no longer the commander, but oh well. Then he will turn to the Corkran and say, search the ship bring anyone you find and anything that is of interest. And the Corcoran salute and go off to search the ship, unless someone stops them.
I don't think being a hero in Garrosh's Horde is that good.
Well, after this, Garrosh will turn to you, Buhd, and say something like, you will serve the Horde or be crushed beneath it.
Buhd prefer not to be crushed.
Yeah. And he will turn to leave. No, he won't turn to leave yet. He will wait for the Corcoran to search. Bladebeard and Benjamin, as from your hiding place, you hear footsteps coming below deck. Below deck would be, for the ship, mostly the cargo hold plus a few of the cannon deck. Not too many cannons though. So just to sort of describe what's in your general environment. What do? You see figures coming from above.
Can I ask Zelatath if she can make me invisible for other people? As in, they can't perceive me, even though I'm not actually physically invisible.
She will chuckle and say, yes, of course. And she will roll to see how good her disguise is. Not very good, apparently. But it adds on to your existing roll for whatever that's worth.
Fair enough.
Okay. So she slightly makes you better hidden. So you're almost at Bladebeard's level, I suppose. But you two are also hiding together. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I will roll Shallan's flashy. Let me just find what his flashy is. If he gets a good roll, he will not act out or something. If he gets a bad roll, he will act out. Let me just find Shallan's character sheet. He's not flashy at all. Okay. Yeah, he does not act out, but he does seem to whimper a little bit.
Stay calm, stay calm.
Yeah. And I will roll the Corcoran's careful. Okay, they find you. Unless you want to invoke fate points or something, they will find you.
Yeah,
And both of you have to invoke fate points because both of you are hidden together. If you are... Go ahead.
Can we maybe throw a piece of something, make some sound in a different direction or kind of distract them somehow?
Yeah, narratively, yes. But game mechanics wise, I will also require fate points if you want to improve your current rolls. And from both of you, because you both are hiding together. You could also just let yourselves be captured. Go ahead.
Do we have to spend one each, or just one of us has to spend it?
One each, because you are hiding together, and the weakest roll will give you both away. So even if, for example, Bladebeard pushes himself to a 6, Benjamin is still visible, and once the Corcoran see Benjamin, the Corcoran will also see Bladebeard.
Well, guess I'll have to sacrifice a fate point then.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
What are you guys invoking?
I guess I'll invoke the bounty on my head, and yeah.
That makes sense. That
I
makes
had a lot.
perfect sense in this context.
I'm invoking pirate captain.
Yeah, sure. Since that's related to smuggling, I can see it. Yeah. Okay, you both watch as the Corcoran comes perilously close to you guys and then moves away at the last second. You're both allowed a sigh of relief without being spotted. The Corcoran rummage through the cargo and find pretty much nothing. Apparently Kyrie is a very honest merchant, and go back upstairs.
That was close. That was close.
My heart simply starts beating again.
Benjamin, do you have a different reaction upon noticing that it's Korkron, not just generic orcs?
I mean, I saw them before, so I wouldn't be too
Correct.
surprised.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Korkron will return upstairs, and they will say to Buhd, you see them returning. Would you have talked to Garrosh or said anything while they were gone?
I don't think Buhd has anything he's saying too much.
You're no longer
He's just
restrained by the orcs, by the way.
He's just kind of chilling and confused still of what's happening. He just kind of thought that they were gonna throw a surprise party or something for Buhd for doing a good thing, but yeah, he's confused.
Well, they were going to throw a surprise party until a certain blind goblin spoiled it, but yeah. The Korkron come back out and they report to Garrosh. Nothing to report here, sir. Garrosh frowns for a little bit, and he asks, turns to the crowd and says, who is the captain of this vessel? And from the crowd comes, where is it? Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Yeah, comes this guy. Let me make some room for him. Yeah. This guy who yells out in Orcish, I am the captain. And he sort of comes to board the ship. Do you say or do anything, Buhd?
You captain now?
Do you say that, or
That's what Buhd says. Yeah, he's confused.
he will look at Garrosh will look at you like what? And after the Vrykul comes up, Garrosh will grab him by the collar and ask, explain yourself. The Vrykul does not look particularly intimidated, and says, "I am the captain of the ship. We were merchants. We came into town." He will point to Buhd and say, he was my guest on the ship, and we are very honored that we helped this outpost defeat this Kraken and Naga invasion. And one of the Korkron says, yes, I saw this guy and their crew fight alongside us against the Naga. Do you say or do anything, Buhd?
I don't think Buhd has anything he's saying. He's just kind of nodding. They're just kind of like, he's still a bit confused. He's not really sure what's happening anymore.
Yeah. Thompshire, because you were away, First Mate Gurnvas came up when Garrosh asked who is the captain of the ship, and he's saying, I am the captain, Buhd is my guest. That's what you missed, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, Garrosh will look a bit contented at what his Korkron is saying. He will release the Vrykul, and he will say to him what basically he said to you, Buhd. You will serve the Horde and help us drive off these demons. In return, you will receive glory and honor. And the First Mate nods his head and salutes him.
Does he understand Orcish?
Yeah. He spoke to Garrosh in Orcish. But you are free to react or intervene at any time. Then Garrosh will turn towards the armored orc lady and he will say, I'm leaving with you a detachment of my Korkron. I have other business to attend to. I will send more reinforcements from Orgrimmar, and soon we will drive away the demons. Loktarogar for the Horde. The other orcs also yell Loktarogar for the Horde. The First Mate also yells for Loktarogar for the Horde.
Loktar!
Yeah. And Garrosh will turn to leave along with most, though not all, of his Korkron. He leaves like 6 Korkron on the ship under the armored lady's command.
Bud waves goodbye to Garrosh.
The armored lady will like give you an elbow, like, hey, be respectful.
Okay.
Yeah. The armored lady will turn to Euphoria and say, well, first to the first mate, she will gesture towards the captain's quarters and say, sorry about the door, let's discuss battle strategy inside. And the first mate will bow his head and will also motion for you, Bud, to join them.
Alright, Bud follows them.
Okay. There are 4 Korkron on the ship. 2 of them will go with Bud inside, with Bud and the armored lady inside, and 2 more will guard the entrance to the captain's quarters. Bud Bladebeard, you think it's all quiet, presumably. After you hear footsteps leaving, you hear some footsteps going into the captain's quarters, and otherwise it's mostly quiet.
Alright.
Bladebeard and Benjamin, sorry.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. Benjamin?
I pick my head out of our hiding spot and I try to look around a bit.
You see nobody. Not crew members, not Korkron.
I kind of sit back down and I sigh and I turn to Bladebeard and just ask him what's next.
I have no idea. I didn't understand anything they were talking about.
You understood some words like demons, booty base, stormwind, varian rin.
Yeah, they mentioned your name.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I'd rather ignore that.
Do you know that orcs are still on the ship?
Do me a careful check, but it will be difficulty 4. It's hard to gauge from your position.
Alright. -1.
The ship is orc free. The ship is also orc free in your estimate, Benjamin.
I think
Maybe,
we should stay here until somebody comes to get us.
that would be kind of suspicious.
Well, as you guys are talking, the remainder of Kyrie's crew will come aboard the ship and sort of assess the damage, start planning repairs. Some of them will also come below deck and like see, oh, this cannon is out of place. Oh, they rummage through my food supply. I need to like decontaminate that, etc., etc. They're mostly speaking in common. So you
Yeah,
understand.
I guess that's a good moment to try to blend in, I guess.
Yeah.
Each of you, can you roll for me a sneaky to see how well you blend in?
Yeah, I'm also going to remove my mask and look like a normal dwarf.
Okay. What are you doing with Shalon, by the way?
You said sneak, right?
Correct. Bladebeard, you are not very inconspicuous, but Benjamin manages to sneak in seamlessly. If you guys travel together, you'll both be spotted. I'm not saying that this crew is hostile necessarily, but you get what I mean.
I keep my distance from Bladebeard and Shalon.
Yeah, I'm going to stay below deck. And like, can I like approach one of the crewmates?
He will startle for a little bit and look at you. Where did you come from? Wait, aren't you the Kraken Slayer?
Yeah. I'm one of them. We are kind of hiding from the orcs, right?
Okay.
And are they still here?
He will sigh and he will say, well, apparently we're all members of the Horde now. Their Horde chief showed up, and apparently will be the tip of the spear against the demons of Buhd Bay.
Wait, the Garrosh Hellscream?
War chief.
The crewmate startles when he sees you, Benjamin, because you are separate.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard something very interesting. So
Yeah, and he will, before he replies, he'll say, "Aren't you also the Kraken Slayer?" Kraken Orc
maybe.
Slayer, but not entirely accurate. But yeah, he will shake his head and say, "Yeah, the Garrosh Hellscream, tusks of Manoroth, gore, howl, all of that."
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
So, is he still on the ship?
No, he left, but he left some Corcoran here, along with a very scary-looking armored lady, and she, along with the ogre and the first mate, are now apparently the commanders of the Horde offensive.
Oh,
I would see to it that you catch up to Buhd, Bladebeard.
what did you say?
I would see to it that you catch up to Buhd, Bladebeard.
He's apparently the commander of the Horde.
The crew member said that in common, so you'd have heard that too, Benjamin.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. I was saying that Buhd was rising in his career while Bladebeard was staying behind.
Oh, yeah.
I also did not exactly understand what you said, Thompshire.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
I don't know what you mean, Benjamin. But yeah, what should we do? I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess we see what the commanders are planning to do, and I don't know if they decide to. I have no idea what to do.
I don't
Benjamin?
know. I heard my name on deck, and I'm kind of scared to go up, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stay here, and
The crew member will say, "Wait, you are Benjamin Aaran?"
Maybe.
There was a goblin with no eyes who was babbling about you.
Strange.
Said some
I
really
never
nice
met.
things too.
I guess he's a fan.
so what do you what's your name, crewmate?
Good question, DoomGoblin, good question. This crewmate would be a... What's a race that you guys wouldn't dislike? A human, I guess. His name would be... Johnny, sure. Johnny, I'm just a swabby.
Well, you know your captain. What do you think she will do? Will she ally with the Horde?
She will look at you sort of quizzically and say, well, First Mate Grunvask is in charge. Right now, at least.
Alright. So, what do you think is going to happen?
He will shake his head and say, I presume we're going to drive this ship into Buhd Bay, cannons blazing, and die in the process. You know, Loktarogar, all of that orc nonsense. Also, they apparently said that they killed the son of Varian Rin, and he looks a little bit defeated.
Oh, Little Anduin, right?
Yeah. My uncle was once a servant in Stormwind Keep, and he will shake his head. Benjamin, you were a veteran of the Alliance. What's your reaction to hearing Garrosh killed Anduin?
Well, like I kind of just scratch my head, and I'm a bit disappointed by the whole situation.
Victory for the Horde and all that. So yeah, the guy answered you, Bladebeard, when you asked him what do you think is going to happen. He said, well, we'll probably be sent to our deaths to Buhd Bay.
So, I mean, Buhd Bay is where we are going, right?
I hate to suggest this, but how many orcs are in the boat?
Only four at the moment. There's a big, scary armored orc lady, and Garrosh left a few of the Korkwan with her. And he said that he will be sending more as well as reinforcements when he has the time, I guess.
And how many are we?
You mean this crew?
Yes.
Well, we lost quite a few against the Kraken. There's only about 40 of us left.
Maybe we should just start sailing. Horde no longer has any ship. One that's damaged.
Yeah, I don't think it would be too hard for 40 people to overboard.
Yeah.
I don't think even you would really like to lose your life in the name of Hellscream.
No.
He will look, if you think for a little bit, and he will give you like a quiet nod, and he will say, well, let's see if the other crew members agree to this.
And
Yeah.
where's
A mutant.
the captain?
He will look at you and say, well, the captain, Grunvask, should be talking with the armored orc lady apparently about their strategy.
Well, and the other captain?
Yeah, Kairi.
He will look around sheepishly for a little bit and he will say, she's around, I guess. You notice that he's looking a little bit nervous, and he tries to quickly change the subject by saying, let's see what the other crew members think about our mutiny.
Just try not to gather too much attention.
I would like to return to Buhd for a little bit, but in the meantime, I'd like Benjamin and Bladebeard to roll to see how well they managed to convince the crew to mutiny. But I would like to tell me, how are you trying to convince them, so I can know what stats you're going to roll.
I'll probably try to rationally explain that they're people from all the world, and they all come from different places and origins, but they should be proud of having no affiliation, and dying for the war chief would kind of go against their way of life or something.
That would be careful, probably, because they're appealing to like their sense of self-preservation.
Also,
Can I use my stunt for this?
What's your stunt?
I have the stunt no bullshit. I gain +2 clever. It's clever. Never mind. I'll cry for a bit.
If you can think of a clever way to incite them to mutiny.
I mean, what's the definition of clever?
Clever is closer to like in D&D terms, wisdom. So not intelligence, but wisdom. So I don't know how to say this without like giving you the answer. Think of something. Think of how each of the stats, what each of the stats mean and what clever means, I guess. It's hard for me to say without like giving you the answer. I'm sorry.
Can I like
Yeah, you also have to roll Bladebeard, but tell me how.
uh-huh. So I will have to roll for myself. I can't like tell Thompshire what.
You both will have to roll, and I'll take your sort of cumulative score. Probably the average between you two. How are you trying to convince them?
I'm going to try to convince them that we have the advantage. Horde has no ships, and if we just start sailing, we will only have to kill like 4 orcs, and we can just leave this town and this war.
That would be clever. Roll for me your clever, Bladebeard.
That's what the engine.
Cleverly trying to deflect the fact that you have 0 clever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can copy Bladebeard's homework now.
-1.
Oh,
What?
yeah, you actually rolled that.
What
Okay.
number?
Sorry?
What's the number I
Well, I'll
needed to
take
get?
your cumulative score, your average. So
Yeah.
it would
I'm
be
not opposed to using both of my fate points for this.
noted. It would be difficulty 4 to convince like half of them to join you, and the other half will join you when the situation looks very favorable. But it would be difficulty 6 to like convince them all. And it's probably impossible for you to get a 6 now, but Benjamin, feel free to roll.
I can change my speech, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, can I just copy
Yeah.
Indeed. And
Bladebeard's?
you can also use your stunt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do a roll, and I'll take your average. Okay, that's not a very good roll.
Can I invoke both to get 3?
You definitely can. What are you invoking? But a 3.5 would also not quite be enough. But you can. It would help, but it will not be entirely enough. Benjamin, you hear a whisper in your mind that says, "If you'd like, I can also convince them to help you, though I don't think they will like it very much." In game mechanics terms, this means that Zalatath will also roll, and her average will improve yours, but the results, you can imagine that they might not be, yeah.
We'll leave that for an emergency.
Okay. Bladebeard, aspects are you invoking?
I mean, would it help us?
It would help. Not.
All right.
It wouldn't be. You get like a handful of the crew. It's better than nothing, but
Yeah, sure. I'm a pirate captain.
okay.
I'm probably a good leader and good with,
Yep. Yeah. That works.
sailors.
That
And
works.
let's say I sailed all over the world. Would
So-
that?
Give me a little bit more. I can see where you're going, but give me a little bit more.
I mean, I met a lot of different people, and I know how
Yeah. Perfect. That's perfect.
to work. Or yeah.
Okay. Benjamin can also improve his role if he'd like, without calling upon Zalatath.
You know what? I'll do it.
What are you invoking?
I'll invoke my adventuring self, so then I'll kind of use an explanation similar to Bladebeard, that I met tons of different people, and I probably know how to appeal to these people, especially since they're mercenaries and that kind of thing.
That definitely works. So a 6 and a 3, that brings you to a 4.5, which is enough to give you like 60% of the crew on your side. Congrats. But while you guys are convincing the crew, let's return to Buhd. Are you still here, Skoll? I'm sorry.
I'm still here.
Yeah, sorry about that. Let's have a scene with Buhd because convincing the crew to mutiny will take time. The armored orc lady and two of the Corcoran lead you and the quote-unquote former first mate to the captain's quarters. The armored orc lady sits at a table and she pounds the table with her mace and motions for the two of you to sit. The first
Bud
mate,
sits down.
yeah, the first mate sits as well. The armored orc lady will turn to you and say, also in Orcish, you were at Booty Bay. How many demons? Tell me everything. I need a detailed report.
Lots of demons get summoned by Orb, by Arakoan Man. Dragon Man also gets summoned. Bud remember, Dark Figure, try and get Bud to be bad, and Bud say no. And, he was very scary to the Arakoan Man.
The armored lady will look at you. I'm going to roll her clever to see how much she understood of what you said. Let me see what her clever is on that note. Open. She's not very clever, as you would expect. She does not really understand you, Bud. She looks at you like, what the hell did you just say? And she will turn to the first mate. The first mate will shrug his shoulders, but he will turn to you, Bud, and say, what do you mean by dragon, man? In Orcish.
There was a dragon that was brought by the orb, and he was very angry, and we saw here something that looked like him here. And he was a dwarf.
At the same time, the first mate will ask you what color was the dragon, and the armored orc lady will ask you again at the same time, what do you mean orb? What orb?
There were orb. It is what brought everyone together. A powerful orb that summoned things everywhere.
She will look down for a little bit. One of the Corcoran will say, maybe this is related to the auction we've been hearing about at Booty Bay. And the lady will nod. The first mate will say, what color was the dragon?
Bud think he was dark blue.
The first mate will furrow his brow for a little bit, and the armored lady will say, who cares what color dragon? Dragon is dragon. If we can kill the two dragons we saw today, if we can find them and kill them, so much the better for the glory of the Horde. And the two Corcoran will salute at that. The armored lady will turn to Bud and say, how many demons? Was there a portal they were coming from? What happened to the civilians of Woody Bay?
Bud no remember portals. Bud think they all come from orb. There were a lot of demons. Lots, but Bud no count them.
She also asked you what happened to the civilians of Woody Bay.
They run all over the place too. Some fight and some leave the bay.
The orc lady will nod and she will say, if we drive away demons, Booty Bay, useful staging ground for the Horde. She will think for a little bit, maybe even invasion of Stormwind from here. The first mate will look at you like, what do you think of this?
That sounds like good plan to free Woody Bay from demons.
Okay. The first mate will ask the armored lady how many troops Garrosh will bring. Armored lady will say probably no more than 100 or 200. War with Alliance very resource consuming, but even 5 orcs can kill 100 demons each. Loktarogar. And as the orcs Loktarogar, the first mate will give you a look like, can you believe these people?
Bud kind of just scratches his head a little bit, and he's just kind of confused, but you know.
Yeah. And yeah, as you guys are discussing, God, let me roll a quick. Let me find this guy's quick. If I can even remember his stupid, yeah, that's his name. What's his quick? Sorry, the same technical difficulties as last time also apply today. I forgot to mention that. Okay, easy. This guy is fairly quick. 4 plus 3. I'll roll the Corcron to oppose. Yeah, the Corcron opposes the shit out of that. But you see that the goblin with no eyes was trying to enter the cabin, but the Corcron outside restrained him. The first mate will look at you and say, "What's the deal with the guy with no eyes?"
He threatened Bud and friends, then he go crazy on floor and hurt self, and now he here, but no know why he here.
The armored orc lady will say he was one my trusted legionnaires, but now he go crazy. Say something about dagger and human named Benjamin. She will turn to you and say, "Do you know anything about that?" The first mate will shake his head like, "No, I don't know anything."
Is she asking Bud too?
Yeah.
But no humans, but only no elf twinkles.
And where is Elf Twinkles?
He here earlier. Everyone gone when Bud leave.
She will turn to Grunvask and Grunvask will say, "They are part of my crew. Only Bud is my guest, no one else." And the orc lady will appear mollified. But yeah, Benjamin and Bladebeard, as you guys are sort of subtly rounding up the crew to join you guys, you will see outside the cabin, the Corcron do not see you, by the way, but you will see that the blind goblin is trying to make his way desperately inside, while the Corcron are restraining him.
That guy is horrible. I hate him.
Benjamin, what's the deal with the goblin?
I don't know. I just know he's trouble.
Did Meridia say that you can summon her somehow? Right?
Yeah, with the big flash of light that everyone will notice.
Yeah. Never mind then. So, are we doing this?
I guess so. But I don't know. We should say love before we start fighting.
Yeah.
We need to speak to-
What was the Johnny? Is the ship anchored, or can we just?
Well, yes, we're anchored. We weren't exactly expecting to leave.
Can you fix that?
He can, but this will mean that fewer people will join you during the mutiny as they are getting the ship ready. Is that all right? Above board.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We need someone to get the anchor up.
Yeah. Okay. Instead of like 20 people joining you, you will only get like 15 people, as 5 are busy getting the anchor off and doing some other prep work to get the ship ready. But overall, that's probably a good move regardless. Okay.
Is that fine, Benjamin?
It's not like we got any other choice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the wheel and start sailing off.
Well, the ship does need to get the anchor off, hoist the sails. This will take time. And it will be noticeable, so you might want to like start the mutiny when start the mutiny beforehand so that the orcs don't intervene, is what I mean.
Oh, yeah. So let's do this. Yeah.
But before like the mutiny starts, but do you there's still some time. Do you have like want to like say anything to the armored lady or the first mate or the Corcron? At the moment, go ahead.
Bud gonna go get friendship.
What's friendship? Asks the armored lady suspiciously.
It's ship Bud used to get here. Tiny little purple boat. Bud love it. It is Bud's ship.
And what is its military value?
Bud no think it have military value. It just ship.
Then we don't need it. And she will tell one of the Corcron, go and scuttle the ship. We don't want anyone to leave under our nose. And
That's Bud's ship.
and the armored lady will slam her mace on the table and say, and this is my command post.
Bud mimics her and slams his cannon now on the table. He's getting angry now.
The first mate will step between you two and say, let's calm down. A ship like this could be useful. I'm going to roll the first mate's flashy to see if he manages to convince this lady. He will. First off, I'm going to roll the lady's forceful. She's very forceful, by the way. And let me find this guy's flashy. He's not very flashy. No, he does not convince them. The armored orc lady punches the first mate in the mouth and he goes reeling. She then continues to glare at you, Bud, and will motion to one of the Corcron to carry out her orders.
You mean lady.
And there I thought love was blooming.
This is not Bud's love interest, but yeah. Benjamin and Bladebeard, you notice one of the Corcron leave the room, the captain's room. You'll notice the other two Corcron struggling with the blind goblin and shake his head, and then he will start to leave the ship.
We wait until he leaves the ship.
Okay.
Before the mutiny starts, I'd like to place myself like in a high spot, so my potential flash of light is visible.
Okay. You can do that. Yeah. Let me think about something. Yeah. Okay. You will notice, Benjamin, because you're in your high spot, that Corcron is going towards friendship. And with like an axe ready, and he finds like a pack of gunpowder that was on the docks, and is like pretty obvious what he's going to do.
So Sorry, could you repeat that? My internet kinda.
Sorry. So this Korkron is like heading. You can see that he's going towards friendship with like his axe in hand and a pack of gunpowder ready. It's clear what he's going to do.
Yeah, I don't really intervene.
Okay. Yeah. You all hear an explosion, but you hear a more muffled explosion because of your location, but it's safe to presume what that means.
Hmm.
You had the opportunity to stop him, what can I say? Yeah. I will say at this point, Benjamin and Bladebeard, you guys have now managed to round up enough people for your mutiny. Do you start it?
Are we going to do this? Hey, Benjamin, are we going to do this like cleverly, or are we just going at it? Benjamin,
He is distracted and saddened by the loss of friendship. What can I say?
oh,
I'm
I guess
joking.
We'll have a funeral later.
I guess I'm going to try to sneak behind one of the Korkron. And,
Sure. I'm probably the one that's like trying to tackle the blind goblin.
Mhm.
Yeah. What? How? Okay. Roll for me a sneaky, and I will roll Korkron careful, but at a slightly lower stat because he's busy. Okay.
All right.
Roll for me.
By the way, I'm trying to murder him.
You won't be able to murder him immediately.
Oh wow! I suggested throwing them overboard, and you just like kill them.
Yeah, I'm going to stab him.
Yeah, you won't kill him right away, but you will attack him.
Yeah, I understand.
Also, what are you when the fighting starts? What are the instructions you gave to the other crew members that will be with you?
Yeah.
Five of them
I-
will start like hoisting the anchor, etc. But the rest,
yeah. Also, Benjamin, you're a part of this as well.
Yeah, but I'm kind of higher up, so I'm not
Yeah,
really.
but what did we say to the crewmen?
Probably to try attacking the weaker foes, like the weaker are the Corkron, but just stay away from the big lady. That's all.
Yeah, sure.
boss
We are
fight
just-
time, 2 episodes in a row. Yeah. So do you?
I'll just be up here scouting aspects.
You can do that, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I, like before we start the fight, can I like roll careful to see any gunpowders, any things that we can use in the battle?
Yes, but it will be difficulty 2, but if you roll badly, as in below a 2, I
Yeah.
will create an aspect to use because gunpowder will burn a wooden ship, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So roll for me, you're careful.
Better to just stab people.
Okay, up to you.
Yeah.
Up to you.
I'm going to start attacking one of the orcs.
Okay. Roll for me your sneak attack, and then we'll go into the proper initiative, okay?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I will add the other members of the crew just on screen so they can be there.
4.
Okay, and I will roll the Korkrons. Careful. Okay, you will deal 2 points of damage to one of the Korkron. Now, what's each of your quakes?
Mine is 3.
Okay. Benjamin, Bud?
My quick is the 2.
Okay.
Yeah, my quick is 2 as well.
Okay, then the order will be Bladebeard slash Buhd. Up to you guys to decide. I'm typing that in chat. Then,
I'm quicker than Buhd.
don't you both have a free? Or am I
No,
misremembering?
I just said I had a 2.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. My mistake on that. Remind me, please, Benjamin, what was your quick again? Sorry.
2.
Okay. In the meantime, let me check. What's this lady's? Okay, she's not very quick. So the order will be Bladebeard, then Corkron, then it will be Buhd slash Benjamin, then will be Crewman, then Angry Armored Lady, then the First Mate. And I'm typing that in chat. Okay, I will just take it as this was your roll, your turn. Okay, Bladebeard?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you wound this Corkron. It looks very, very irritated. The Corkron, this Corkron will roll to attack you back with its axe. Forceful. How are you defending?
Quickly dodging away.
Roll your quick, please.
Yeah. One.
Did you roll?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you dodge with no issues. The Corkron lets go of his prisoner, and Krizer the Goblin has a quick of free. So he will go after the Corkron, but before Buhd slash Benjamin. The other Corkron, because there are 3 of them on the ship, will attack you, DoomGoblin, as well.
Alright.
Defend yourself, presumably with quick, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you dodge that too. The third Corkron will exit, but he won't have time to attack. Okay, Krizer the Goblin, the blind goblin, now that he's free and noticing the situation, well, I say noticing, but he has no eyes, he will run up. Where are you, Benjamin?
What's the name of that thing that's like on top of the mast?
I know the term in my language, not in English. It's escaping me, but okay. In the crow's nest, right? That's the.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Sorry.
crow's nest.
Yeah, that's where you are, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krizer the Goblin will run up to you and say and yell out, "Master Benjamin, what should I do? I want to help you."
I'm kind of disgusted by seeing his probably still bloody face, and I just tell him to get out of my way.
Okay. Next, then he will do nothing. Then next, it's Buhd or Benjamin's turn.
Maybe I should go first since I want to scout out the aspects.
Go ahead. If Skoll agrees with that.
Go ahead.
Is the mean orc lady is out, right?
No. She
Okay, so
she goes after you guys.
Okay, so I'll try to discover an aspect from the Corporal orcs.
Okay. Roll for me. You're careful, please. No, you do not discover anything. Sorry. Okay. Next, it's Bud's turn.
Is the orc lady in the room?
Yeah, she just motioned to the other Corcoran to get out. The first mate is currently still on the floor, reeling from her punch. He's slowly getting up. You hear noise outside, but you're not entirely sure what's going on.
Bud's already mad at her, so Buhd is going to go up to her and go and try and punch her in her helmet.
Okay. Roll for me your forceful, but she will also oppose you with forceful, sort of raising her hand to like catch your fist. Okay? Let's see who wins. Yeah, she. You didn't roll well for DF plus 3.
Oh, wait. Oh, well. I tried.
A worthy effort, but futile. Yeah, I guess she would say that, and then she will grin at you. Next after you, it's the crewman. The crewman will look towards Benjamin and Bladebeard like, oh yeah, you told them to attack the Corcoran, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, they will attack the Corcoran. And don't do anything. Next, it's the armored orc lady. She will punch you back, Buhd. How do you defend yourself? She got an awful roll. How do you defend yourself?
He'll use his, he'll try to grab her hand like she did to him.
Okay. She deals, unless you want to spend fate points, 1 point of damage to you. Surprise.
Nah, I'm not gonna use a fate point on 1 point.
Okay. I'll probably mark your level 1 stress box in that case. She clobbers you in the face, but it's not a very heavy punch. She's caught by surprise a little. Okay. Grunvask. What is Grunvask's stats? I'm not entirely sure about that. Grunvask, seeing this, will... Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. Will rummage through his pockets and pick up a strange object that looks like a sort of weird mechanical device and throw it at the orc lady. He's attacking with his clever. And the orc lady will roll to try to catch the device. Tie. Okay, nothing happens. But you see that the device turns into like a mechanical spider with a stinger attached, and the orc lady catches it and sort of crushes it in her hands. Next, it would be Bladebeard's turn.
I'm just continuing fighting the orc quickly.
Okay. Roll for me your stat, please. Quick.
There you go.
Okay, and I'll roll the...
By the way, we haven't sailed off yet, have we?
The 5 crew members that you assigned are getting the ship ready to sail off.
Okay.
Okay, you deal 3 points of damage to one of the Corcoran, the one you're already fighting.
Yeah.
He's looking very, very wounded.
Still not dead. Alright.
These are Corcoran fucking elite, what can I say?
Yeah.
Next, it would be the Corcoran. The one you are fighting will attack you back. How do you defend?
Quickly.
Defend.
Dodge play. 4.
Okay. This means they will create an advantage against you. Let me create that advantage on the ropes, I guess. And I'll put it here for convenience's sake. Okay, the other 2 Corcorans, seeing that there's a gang of crew members piling up on them, will attack the crew members. Okay, and they take out 5 of them. You only have 10 crew members left.
So do other crewmen see what's happening?
Yes, but as I mentioned, they will only help and step in to help you when the situation seems favorable.
Alright.
Okay, Next, it's Buhd or Benjamin's turns.
Benny boy.
You guys decide.
I guess I'll go first again.
I don't mind.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'll try to do the same thing. I'll try to find an aspect from the Corkround orcs.
Okay, keep in mind, I said that they killed 5. You only have 10 left on your side. 5 others were, like, getting the ship ready.
Yeah, I know.
Then roll for me to discover their aspect if you'd like. You're careful. You're careful. Yeah, that's enough to discover both of their aspects. Let me put it on screen. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how you're going to use that against them, but you do you. Let me put it on screen. Okay. Let me figure out the spacing in the meantime.
You can remove the undead dwarf thing.
Okay, that's up to you.
Yeah, I said that I'm
Yeah,
no longer.
I know you removed it, but this might mean that you... Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, those are the 2 aspects that the Corkron Elite have. They're not named NPCs, so they don't have free aspects, and they don't have to have a weakness. They're still mooks, just very powerful mooks. You've discovered their aspect. Okay, now it's Bud's turn.
Can he
All right, Bud gets up. Well, I'm sure he didn't get knocked over, but you know he recoils after getting punched by her, and again moves to punch her back. You kill friendship.
She will laugh in your face, and she will say, "The Horde will crush anything in its path." Since you yelled at her, I presume you're rolling your flashy.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, he's going for another punch. So.
Oh, you're going for another punch. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, then roll your forceful, and I will roll her forceful to oppose. Okay, you don't manage to do a thing.
Oh
Sorry.
boy.
Next, whose turn is it? Is it hers or? Yeah, it's hers. She will raise her mace to.
crewmen are behind her, before her.
You're
Right.
entirely right. I'm sorry about that. The crewmen will attack the
problem.
Corkron. And they manage to wound one of them. Okay. That's good. That's progress. Yeah. Then it's her turn, and she will punch you back. But how do you defend? Another weak punch.
Is she punching again?
Yep.
Okay. He goes to defend by crossing his arms in front of himself to kind of like do an X with his fists.
Okay. You take another point of damage. So you're either your level 2 stress box or your level 2 consequence.
I guess level 2 stress box.
Okay. Yeah. That would be best, probably. It's very noticeable that she is much stronger than you, Bud. Probably even with the help of the first mate.
Uh-oh.
But you do hear fighting outside, if that's any indication to you.
I mean, hey, you know, people are fighting, I guess. That's what Bud's assuming, because Bud started fighting, now everyone else is fighting. That's
Okay.
what Bud thinks.
The first mate will pull out another gadget from his pockets and throw it at the lady. She will catch it once again. Yeah, she catches it, no problem. The first mate will look at you and say, "I think we're outmatched, friend. Let's get some of the crew to help us." And he'll like motion to you like, "Let's go outside." The orc lady will cackle at you.
Ah.
Okay. Then it would be Bladebeard's turn.
Alright,
Are you guys okay with like finishing this combat? It shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, sure. I think.
Okay.
sure. So ship is still not ready to sail, I assume.
Correct. Because there's only like 5 people working on it, I would say it will take. It would have taken 10 turns. Now it's 8 more turns, I'd say.
Alright, I try to kill the orc I've been fighting against.
Go for it. And
Uh,
I'll roll. How you quickly? Okay. I'll roll the Corcoran's defense. Go ahead.
6.
Okay, you killed the shit out of him. What can I say? Yeah.
Yeah, and I yell, Mutiny!
The remaining Corcoran yell back, Loktarogar, and one of them will attack the crew members. 40 plus 2. He kills 4 of them. Okay. And the other one, seeing his fallen companion, will turn to attack you, Bladebeard.
Sure.
He got a very good roll.
I try to quickly dodge.
Go ahead. You have to take 2 points of damage.
Yeah,
And I will use this to make it 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
You don't have fate points.
Yeah, I take
It would mean. Go ahead.
level 4 consequence.
Are you okay? It's
Or-
your choice. I'm just saying that will stick around for a bit.
Oh wait, I need to 2 damage, right?
4 in total. No,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
no. Is it? Yeah, it's 4 because I used that. Yeah. You have 2 options basically. Either
Yeah.
you're 2 stress and 2 consequence, or you're 4 consequence. Up to you.
Yeah, the first one. 2 level 2 stress box and level 2 consequence.
Okay. I'm writing your consequence. Yep, there's your consequence. Next, I roll for next it would be Buhd or Benjamin's turns.
I'm seeing that the situation is not going too well for everyone, so I'll do my flash move to call our mage friend.
Okay, roll your flashy difficulty. Actually, just roll your flashy, and depending on your roll, the mage will show up in X number of turns. Okay. Okay, the mage will show up in 5 turns.
Oh boy, Benjamin. What are you doing over there?
I'm just.
She's gonna arrive and we're gonna all be dead.
Oh. Next it's Bud's turn.
Bud, realizing his punches aren't doing so hot, he turns his cannon and fires at the orc lady.
Okay, roll for me. She's wearing very heavy armor, so I'll take that into account. I will take this as a forceful attack, but will give you a lot of boosts.
Okay.
I'll give you +8 in boosts because this is a very heavy attack. Okay, so
Is that with the 3 or is that just
in addition to
8?
your free.
So would that be an 11 then?
Yeah, and she will roll to defend herself. Okay, she takes 3 damage. You blast her good, but her defense is also pretty good. She looks very winded at you, like, damn you. But then she will knock on her armor and say, Mogu Maid. I don't think you've ever heard of them, ogre. Your kind are only good enough to scrounge in the dirt anyway.
You'll kill friendship. Your armor's stupid looking.
She will roar at you. Who's next? The crewman. Correct? Yeah. Let me check once again. Sorry, just let me check.
Yeah, the crewmen are next.
Yeah, the crewman. Yeah. Okay. The crewman will attack the Korkron that's fighting them. And do absolutely nothing. Okay. Next, it will be the angry armored lady's turn. The angry armored lady will pick up her mace, roar, and charge you, Buhd. Forceful. What do you do to defend?
Buhd raises his cannon as a shield.
Okay, roll your forceful. Okay, you have to take 1 point of damage. Probably your last stress box or your level 2 consequence.
Alright, last stress box then.
Okay, noted. Let me mark off her thingy. Okay. Good. And then it's Grunvask's turn, and he will say, "Good shot, friend, but we still should go." And he's going to attack with his clever again. Yeah, and he manages to do nothing. He will exit the room when you exit the room, Buhd, by the way. Okay?
Okay.
Next, it's Bladebeard's turn.
Alright. I don't know.
There's one Korkron who's attacking you and one Korkron who's fighting the crew. The Korkron that's fighting the crew is a bit wounded.
Alright, I take out a dagger and throw it at the wounded orc.
Okay, roll for me either your quick or your sneaky.
Quick.
Okay. I'll roll.
It's the same, so
Oh, okay.
doesn't really. 4.
You get an advantage against the Korkron, but you can also, if you can think of a way to invoke their aspects, you are allowed to do that if you want to actually do damage. If you can invoke both of them, you would kill the guy, by the way. If you can think of a way to do that.
Let me think. So Fist of the War Chief and Hellscream's eyes are upon you. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know. Do any of you have any ideas? Can they help me?
The players can, sure. I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
Thompshire, Skoll.
Believe in yourself.
You can do it.
Oh. Alright. Fist of the War Chief. What would their weakness be? I don't know.
I actually have a suggestion, but I'm not going to tell you for obvious reasons.
Okay, can I be Bladebeard? He really doesn't like government and that kind of stuff. So he's fighting official war chief guards, and that's kind of makes him fight even harder or something like that.
That's a stretch. But I will allow you to use one of them in that case, not both of them though.
Also, he fought orcs during the Second War.
Yeah, but this is more about them, not you.
Yeah.
So I can allow you to use one of those, but not both of those.
Yeah,
Using
sure.
one would wound them, but yeah, is that alright with you?
Yeah, alright.
I mean, can you throw sand at Hellscream's eyes?
By the way, which one are you going to use? Fist of the War Chief or Hellscream's Eyes?
Fist of the War Chief.
Okay. You wound this Korkron and he's looking very heavily wounded, like he's about to fall down. The other Korkron, enraged, attacks you even harder. How do you defend?
Quickly dodging away.
Go ahead, please. Yeah,
5.
you managed to dodge, no issue. The other Korkron is annoyed, but he's beset by crewmen, so he will focus on them. 2. Yeah, and he actually does not manage to kill any, presumably because you weakened him. Next would be Buhd or Benjamin.
I guess Buhd can go ahead this time.
Alright, Bud's gonna take the suggestion from his new friend and he's retreating with him.
Okay, you're allowed to both move and then to do an action.
Bud... Let's see. If he can, like, trap her somehow. Like,
Wow, you're going to fight this. You're going to fight using clever. I'm looking forward to this. Okay.
I'm trying to, like, I don't know what to do for that. Like, if there's, like, some objects he can put in front of the door or something as they leave.
Cannon.
He ain't leaving his cannon behind. It's his favorite thing.
You are free to do that. And I will say, no, actually, it would be against the rules. So never mind. Go ahead. You are allowed to do that.
Alright, so I can put things in front of the door or whatever.
Yeah. And that will create like an advantage that you can use in actual combat.
Okay, and that would be
Clever.
and
Difficulty. Go ahead.
since it's me lifting things, wouldn't that be a +2 to it as well? Since one of
with
his
your
stunts.
Maybe. Let me check once again what your stunt says. Yeah. It would. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be +4 then.
Your clever is a 2. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a plus. It would be a +3.
Yeah. Then roll your clever. Difficulty 2. There's objects everywhere. Yeah. You manage to create obstacles for her. She will be able to move past those obstacles, but you will be able to like use them in combat if you can justify it. So good job.
Okay.
Stuff in the way, sure. Okay. That's your turn. Grunvask will move out when it's his turn. The angry lady. Now it's the Benjamin. No, it's Benjamin's turn. Sorry.
Well, my cover is kind of blown because I used the flash thing, so I'm a human again.
True, and also the blind goblin came imploringly to your crow's nest asking for orders.
Yeah, I just told him to stop bothering me.
Yeah. He's still around. You can still order him around if you'd like.
Not really. I'll finally use my clever and cast a bit of a small fireball to shoot against the Korkrons.
That would be forceful. It's not.
Wasn't it? Okay.
It's not like D&D. If you'd like to use your fireball with clever, it will be like doing something indirect, like. Well, I'm not going to give you suggestions, but indirect, taking advantage of your environment, etc.
You can make like destroy the floor under him. Would that be clever?
Yeah, it would.
But it wouldn't be very clever to break the ship.
I assume we are on the upper deck.
You are on the upper deck, yes.
Yeah.
It would damage the ship too, yes.
It's not a big deal.
Kyrie and Gurnvask might disagree, but okay.
Well, I guess I'll use forceful and be a bit more direct.
Okay. Roll for me your forceful, and you're shooting at one of the Korkran. Which one? The heavily
The
wounded,
one,
the heavily wounded one, or the one that's intact?
the wounded one.
Okay. 4df plus 3. Okay, the Korkran sees your fireball and dodges out of the way. You've now set a part of the ship on fire, but there's also bigger stuff going on. Okay. Next, it will be the crewman. The crewman will attack the injured Korkran as well. And they don't manage to kill him. Next, it would be the angry armored lady, who will come out of the chamber she's in, notice the chaos that's going on, and roar out in frustration and attack the closest thing to her that's not one of her allies. Who'd be closer to the door, Bladebeard or Buhd?
I mean, Bud just came out of the door and he put the cannon there.
I didn't put a cannon there. I just put objects there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then she will attack you, Buhd, with her big giant mace.
Alright, I guess Bud's defending again with his cannon.
Okay. Roll for me your forceful. Okay, she will, with this roll, she will gain an advantage against you.
Can use the advantage that he created.
Skoll can use that to negate her advantage. He can. If he'd like.
Sure.
Okay. She attacks you but stumbles because of the various objects and does not manage to do anything other than clear the objects. Okay. Next, it's the first mate. The first mate will look at what's happening and attack the intact Korkran. And he does nothing. Okay. Before Bladebeard's turn, something else will happen. You all see coming up the ramp of the ship, sort of nonchalantly, this lovely looking fellow. How do you react when you see this?
I wonder what kind of creature that is. I wonder if it's an Arakoa.
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead.
Yeah, what this is.
Okay. And he will look at the general chaos that's going on, and he will look up at the crow's nest and see you, Benjamin. Benjamin, can you roll for me a careful check, difficulty 4, to see if you notice something? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't notice. But he sort of waves at you and he raises decapitated Korkran head at you.
I'm kind of confused and nod back.
Okay. And this guy will now join the fray and quickly attack the intact looking Korkran. And he has a quick of 4, so he will go before Bladebeard.
Alright.
And Korkran manages to dodge but is surprised at this turn of events. Bladebeard, what are you doing?
There is still a wounded Korkran and the one who is attacking me. Right?
Yeah. And that one is intact.
Yeah. I'm going to attack the intact one.
Okay. Roll for
Wait.
me your thingy. No, you don't manage to do anything.
Can I use the crystal to improve my attack?
If you can justify it.
Oh,
Eat it and become fell Bladebeard. It's the time.
I don't think eating it will do what you're imagining.
I'm not going to eat it. Can I like?
Poke it in your eye, maybe. And
Yeah.
you get a magic vision.
Can I like focus on it and channel its energy into my sword?
Yo, first roll for me a clever roll to see if you would know how to do that.
Oh yeah.
And according to that roll, we'll see. No,
1.
you have absolutely no idea. You just know that they're crystals that glow green and are maybe demonic.
Yeah. All right. So
Where's the mage when we need her?
She wouldn't use those.
No, I just mean that we need her. That's all.
Three more turns away.
Any damage.
Yeah, you don't do any damage. The Korkron, the intact one, will turn to face this southern Pandaren looking guy and attack him. And the Pandaren looking guy manages to dodge. And the other Korkron will continue fighting the crew members. And he kills 4 of them. There are only 2 crew members remaining on your side.
Do other crew members see that their first mate is fighting the orcs?
They do, but because of the earlier roll, they will not join you unless you gain the definite advantage.
So much for loyalty.
Well, Grunvast can spend his action to motivate them if he'd like, whatever. Yeah, whose turn is it next? It's Buhd's or Benjamin's.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Again, I'll try to cast a little fireball and shoot it at Mr. Korkron again.
Which one? The wounded one or the
the wounded one.
Okay. Roll for me your forceful. Or your quick, whichever. The Korkron manages to defend. Next, it's Bud's turn.
Buhd tries to grab the orc lady by her helmet and tries and slams her to the ground.
That's a forceful. I will roll the orc lady's forceful to oppose you. You don't manage to do that at all. Okay. Next, it's the remaining crew members. It's 2 who will attack the wounded Korkron, and they don't manage to do anything. And next, it's the angry lady who will now smack you in the face, Buhd. How do you defend?
He tries to use his arms again to kind of block it.
Okay, roll for me your forceful. You have to take 1 point of damage. And I think you're out of stress boxes, correct?
Yeah, I'm in consequences now.
Yeah, unless you want to spend fate points.
Pass for now.
Okay. Then I'll add a consequence to you.
Bud is the only one to hoard fate points.
You gotta use them when you gotta use them, you know. I'll use them when the time is right.
When is that time?
The next time Buhd gets hit.
Sure. Okay. Next, it will be the first mate's turn, who will spend his turn getting more crew members to rally to their side. To your side, 10 more crew members have joined the fight. Okay. Next,
Nice.
it's the Pandaran's turn, who will attack the intact Korkron. Yeah, the intact Korkron. And he deals a heavy blow to that intact Korkron. Okay. Bladebeard?
Can you just remind me what the armored orcs lady, her aspect, what does that mean? Conqueror of Pandaria.
Conqueror of
Dungeon.
Pandaria's dungeons and raids. That's her aspect.
That, what does that?
Maybe if you throw some loot in the air, she'll get distracted.
This is not her weakness, by the way. This is just one of her other aspects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can I try to learn her weakness?
Yep, with you're careful, please.
Yeah.
Let me think. Because it's a weakness, although she hasn't exhibited that weakness yet, I will say difficulty 4.
Alright.
Nope,
2.
sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. Okay, next it would be the Corkron. The slightly wounded one will fight back against the Pandaren. And do nothing. And the heavily wounded one will attack the crew members. And do nothing. Okay? Next it's Buhd or Benjamin.
Go ahead, bud.
You going, or I'm going?
You go.
Okay, Bud's gonna grab one of the objects he used to try and block her, and he's gonna hit her with it.
Okay, you do your forceful. Nope, sorry.
Oh no!
Um,
Someone save Bud. Where are you, Mage Lady?
2 turns away. Benjamin?
I jump off the top of the mast with a super acrobatic jump, and I try to slash the nearest Corkron orc.
Oh, that would be probably the heavily wounded one, I imagine. Okay, do me a quick. That's definitely a quick action. Now roll to defend. Yeah, he got a 6, you got a 3. No, sorry.
There goes my acrobatics.
Okay, next it's the crewman who will attack the heavily injured Corkron. Plus, yeah, who?
By the way, how's the status of the ship sailing off?
Getting there, but there's still some stuff to do. Yeah. There's a few turns left. Yeah, there's about 5 turns left to until the ship manages to sort of branch off from the dock. Okay. Next, it's the angry armored lady who will attack you once again, Bud. How do you defend against 7 damage?
He's gonna keep trying to use his fists.
Okay. Use your fists, Bud. Okay. How do you take 3?
I'm gonna use my fate point.
Okay. What are you using?
I will use Warlord.
Okay. You still have to take 1 point of damage, which is pretty much the same as 3 points of damage because of the damage you already took.
Okay.
So do you continue to use your fate points?
Sure.
What are you invoking this time?
First mate.
Okay. And I'm going to use the consequence against you, dealing 1, so it will deal 1 point of damage unless you use your last fate point.
I'm gonna save that.
Okay, you have to take your level 4 consequence then.
Oh no.
Okay. Next, it would be the first mate's turn, who will attack the really injured Corkron with his clever by throwing a mechanical thingy at him, and he takes him out, finally. Okay, that just leaves 1 Corkron in the field. The Pandaren will attack the remaining Korkron. And he wounds him once again. This Korkron is also on his last legs. Yeah, now it's Bladebeard's turn.
Yeah, I attack the Korkron
Okay,
quickly.
okay. Now roll to defend.
5.
Yeah, and you take him out.
Yeah.
The angry orc lady looks around and says, "Ha! More of a challenge like this." And she gets ready to fight an entire ship. Next it will be Buhd or Benjamin.
I guess I'll go first this time. First, I tell the crew members to again stay away from her, even though she's the last remaining enemy.
They will happily obey your order.
And then I try charging at her to make her lose balance.
That will be a quick attack. Roll for me your quick, and I'll roll her forceful to defend you. Nope. Sorry. Next, Buhd would be. Buhd, you're heavily wounded. If you take one more hit, you're out of the fight.
Shoot your cannon, Buhd.
He already
It's
did.
time.
I already
you
used
did?
my cannon. Yeah, Bud's not doing so hot.
You can concede the fight. It's better than being knocked out of it.
Bud is going to go for a full-blown retreat because he's not doing so great.
Okay. Your retreat discourages some of the crew members, but it is what it is. The orc lady will not be able to attack you. That's all you do?
Yeah, he's going to nurse his wounds for the time being.
Okay, next it will be the crewman who won't do anything. The angry armored lady will try to smash you in the face with her mace, Benjamin. How do you defend? Hello?
Thompshire.
Oh, sorry, I always forget to push the top. So she attacks me with her mace,
Yep,
forcefully, right?
correct. You can use your stunt if you're defending with your sword.
Yeah. I'll try to carry it, I guess.
Okay. Please roll for me.
And I don't die.
Sorry?
And I didn't die.
Okay, the roll finally came in. Yeah, you managed to dodge her attack. Next, it would be the first mate. He's going to try to shoot his little gun at her. It's pink and it's fancy. Let me see what's his forceful. Discard that. Where is the first mate? Sorry about this. Okay. 43 plus. Okay, and she does not dodge in time and takes another point of damage, which is fancy. Next, it's this Pandaran's turn, who will attack the orc lady, and he will deal 3 points of damage to her. It's not looking very good for her. At this point, go ahead.
Yeah, I said nice.
Yeah. At this point, would she give up or would she go full Loktarogar mode? I think she would go full Loktarogar mode. Okay. In which case, she will roar out in anger and try to smack randomly, which means Bladebeard.
But is it her turn?
Is it her turn? I am very sorry. That's your
Yeah,
turn, Bladebeard. I'm
I
an
go
idiot. I'm an idiot. Go ahead. Ignore
Yeah,
my previous roll.
yeah, no problem. I'm going to attack her quickly.
Okay. And she will try to parry you with her forceful.
Yep. 2.
She parries you, no problem. Next, it's Buhd or Benjamin.
Go ahead, Mr. Buhd.
Is Buhd still in combat?
Is Bud still like
I treated
in
you.
the fight?
I treated your last turn as I do nothing except get out of the way.
Okay.
You are free to concede that, but that would imply some other stuff. Up to you.
Bud's gonna throw stuff from afar at her that's like stockpiled in the ship. Like he's gonna throw stuff at her.
Okay, roll your quick, I guess. Okay, you managed to gain an advantage against her. I'll just get rid of the. Actually, I won't get rid. But you do manage to get an advantage against her. Stumbling over junk. You don't damage her, but you do make her stumble a little bit with all of the stuff you're throwing at her. Okay. Next, it would be the crewmen, and you're telling them to stay the hell away, correct?
Nope. Attack.
Some of them look horrified at you, like, I don't want to go there.
Do they have guns or something to throw?
They do, but it's very close quarters and they do risk hitting one of you. So if you want them to attack with guns, they will, but I will do a roll to see if which one they're actually attacking.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, who's locked in combat with her? It's her, you, and 4. Slash roll d4. 1 is her, 2 is the Pandaren, 3 and 4 are Benjamin or Bladebeard. Okay, the crew members accidentally shoot at Benjamin. How do you defend yourself, Benjamin?
I guess I'll quickly try to dodge the bullets, since I don't think my sword can deflect them.
Probably not. Okay, just barely managed to dodge them. The crew members mutter sorry at you. It's clear that it was an accident.
I just look at them in disappointment.
While you're distracted, the angry lady will try to smash you in the face.
I quickly turn to her and use my sword to try to deflect her blow.
Go ahead, please.
Oh.
You have to take 4 points of damage, and you're out of fate points.
I'll guess. Yeah, that's. I guess. Can I take my level 2 stress box and a mild consequence?
Mm-hmm. But I will also invoke one of the orc lady's aspects to make it 6 damage.
Why?
I also have my own fate points. I should use them.
I want to leave.
Okay, how do you take 6 damage?
Then
Probably your level 2 stress plus your level 4 consequence, I imagine. Or your level... yeah, that would be the best one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, a level 4 consequence. by yep. Don't take it out of context. What can I say? Okay. Should have done that.
Oh god.
And at this point, your favorite person in the entire world ever will teleport in. And she will notice that you guys are ganging up on this orc lady and will look at you like, what's going on here?
Make the Alliance proud and kill the orc.
Some of the crew members mutter, Alliance? We didn't sign up for the Alliance here.
Hey,
they're just muttering, don't worry.
It's a joke. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, she will try to throw a frostbolt at the orc lady. And she does 2 points of damage to her. Okay, the orc lady is not looking good. Actually, and I'm going to use the stumbling over. If you players will allow me to increase the Archmage's damage, I'd like to use stumbling over junk against the orc lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Two. No, it's 4. Sorry. And you guys are free to use the frostbolted consequence against her. Okay. Next, it would be Grunvaske's turn, who will attack with one of his gun again. This time, the orc lady will just try to take it, and she takes it successfully. Okay, now the Pandaren. A lot of NPCs again. Sorry. +3. Oops, I typed that wrong. It's actually +5. Humdy-dum. Yeah, she defends against that. Bladebeard, what do you do? The orc lady is looking very wounded, but she's not giving up. She's the Hellscream's eyes are upon you type.
Yeah, I keep stabbing her.
Quick, okay, roll your quick.
1.
Okay, no. Next,
Nope.
Buhd or Benjamin.
Alright.
Headbutt.
This is like a raid boss. So many people are just targeting this angry orc lady. I honestly did not expect if you guys would have ended up fighting her. I honestly did not expect that you'd have like an entire gang on your side.
What can I say? We're people pleasers.
Yeah. Good job to you guys. So what do you do, Benjamin or Buhd?
Bud's gonna keep throwing shit at her from the ship.
Roll your quick. A tie means you gain an advantage, but you can also use Frostbolted or Conquer of Pandaria's Dungeons and Raids or your Fate Point to actually do damage to her. Up to you.
I'll save it.
Okay. You gain another gain an advantage against her. Let me type that in chat. In the meantime, Benjamin, what are you doing?
I'll try to quickly incapacitate her or disarm her, and I'll invoke the Frostbolted, so I assume she can't dodge too fast or something.
Well, roll first, and we'll see how it goes. A 4-point difference.
Yeah, maybe not, I guess.
Okay. Next, it would be the crewmen. They are looking like, what should we do? We don't want to accidentally shoot someone again.
Yeah, don't attack. We got this.
Okay, then they will do nothing. And then it is the angry lady who will roar out in rage, and she will attack randomly. Probably Bladebeard, I guess. How do
Alright.
you defend Bladebeard?
I try to dodge away from her attack
Try to dodge away.
quickly. Roll. Or,
Roll.
yeah. 1.
3 points of damage. How do you take that?
Um,
Remind me, have you taken any of your stress boxes yet?
I have taken the second level stress and second level const.
Okay.
I'm going
In
to
this
the
case,
third
I'm going
level.
to use Axe again to improve my damage. How do you take 5 damage?
5 damage. 4 and 1.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I still have 3 and 6.
Yeah. But if you take those, you are out of the fight. She's
Yep.
not going down without a fight. Okay. Next, it's the first mate. The first mate will shoot one of his gadgets at her. And Ty, I'm just going to bolster more crap in the way. It's easier that way. So you can use it twice if you'd like. Well, not at the same time, but you get what I mean. Okay, next
Yeah.
it would be the Pandaran's turn. Plus 4. And she beats the Pandaran easily. Next it's you, Bladebeard.
I keep fighting her
Okay, roll for me your...
quickly.
Yeah.
5.
You would do 1 point of damage to her.
Can I also invoke cross-bolted to do more?
Yes, you can, which would mean she will take her level 6 consequence. What's the term? There's a term in English where for like cutting the tendons in someone's leg. Hamstrung. She's hamstrung.
Yeah, I do that.
Yep, you have hamstrung her. She's on her last legs, but she's not giving up at all. Next, it's Buhd or Benjamin.
I guess I can go first. Maybe I'll roll first and then we'll see.
Yeah. She's on her last legs. One more hit will finish her off.
Did we skip the did we skip Meridia a few times?
I think we did once. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot about her. I was going off the order without her. We only
Yeah,
skipped her once, though. We only skipped
Yeah, I
her once.
forgot about her as well.
Okay.
But yeah,
Dear viewers, it's late. I'm sorry. Yeah, then I will introduce her after Buhd and Benjamin, okay?
yeah.
You attack her? How are you attacking her, Benjamin?
I was gonna quickly attack her, so.
Okay. Okay, you... With that...
Oh, she's dead already. I don't really have
well,
to use it.
unless... I would have to invoke both my fate points. But there will be no point. You could just invoke Hamstrung and yeah. Are you trying to kill her or incapacitate her?
Incapacitate her.
Okay. Then yeah, you have incapacitated her and she falls to the ground unconscious. You have won.
Yeah, victory.
Yay!
Do you guys want to have like a short scene, post-victory scene, or should we leave that for next time?
If it's short, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, if it's short, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So short victory scene. People are celebrating the crew members. They're hurrying to get the ship off the docks. Even the now undecided crew members. Everyone is looking tired. What's your guys' reaction?
I'm going to tie the orc lady like I'm going to tie her arms
Okay.
with a rope or something, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Everyone
And
else?
maybe take off her helmet.
I'll have to now make a picture of her without the helmet. Thanks. Okay. Yeah.
I just take a moment to be proud of myself
Okay.
after a terrible day.
Bud weakly pumps up his fist because he's still a bit wounded, but he's happy that they won.
Yeah. Benjamin, this little fellow will run up to you like, "You are so awesome, Mr. Benjamin. I'm so in awe of you." Staring at you without his eyes.
Has the ship sailed off already?
They're preparing to sail.
I tell him I forgot a box behind the furthest building in the town,
He will look
and
at
that
you
I would really appreciate if he fetched it for me.
and leave you? But that's... How could I do that?
Well, this would be the greatest favor you could do for me.
Truly? Then he will run off to get a box.
Okay, that's cool.
You hear a whisper in your mind, "I'm so proud of you."
Thank you. I guess.
Okay. And as this little guy leaves, the Pandaren will come up to you, Benjamin, and he will say, "Benjamin Aaran."
That would have to be me.
Okay. He will fish in his pockets and show you a sigil, which you recognize as the sigil of a certain minor noble that you might be in the employ of.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys want to cut the episode off here?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting.
Yeah, I
thing.
think that's a good part to leave it at.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this was a bit longer than usual, but not absurdly too long, unlike the Arakoa combat. So what did you guys think of this session?
It was a bit combat heavy, which isn't my favorite, but it was fun.
Well, mostly towards the end, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think you guys understand what I mean when I said an NPC will come and almost force you to do something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't notice at all. I don't know. Right.
Yeah. I also love the fact that you almost called that it was Garrosh.
I've been saying like the whole series that we'll meet Garrosh, and it came true. I hate it.
It came true. You karma stroked it.
Yeah. This was... I like the plot developments of this episode. By the way, this never came up in this particular episode, but I did make some prep work in case you guys would have traveled to see like a sort of game system, game mechanics there. But now that I have more time to properly flesh them out, because I only did rudimentary stuff, so that's good. You now have an armored orc lady prisoner, a Pandaren that's working for some noble, but otherwise the crew is together again.
Yeah. Except for the goblin.
Well, you can
Very
still
sweet.
wait for him to come back. He is
Oh,
fast.
fiery. Very fiery.
I'm curious. What was your expected outcome for this session?
Either that you guys would have ended up cooperating with the Horde, or that you would have snuck off on friendship to leave. Honestly. I was leaning more towards you cooperating with the Horde because it's Garrosh freaking Hellscream. But yeah, this outcome is probably more favorable to you, minus the loss of friendship.
I
Rep
like this.
friendship.
I like this ship better.
Yeah, but you're not its captain.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Bud likes this ship more too, but friendship had sentimental value.
Yeah. But this session did go well for you guys, and I think it was a good enough cutoff point. Yeah. Any other final thoughts for our viewers before we sort of go into our shoutouts?
Not really.
Don't think so.
Okay, I don't think so either. Okay, so let's go into our shoutouts once again.
Alright.
So let's go in alphabetical order.
Yeah, that would be me. I'm DoomGoblin. I do art and drawings and stuff, and you can find me on these links you can see on the screen. And yeah, that's it.
Indeed. Oh, also for this episode and the previous one and probably the next one, at the very beginning of the episodes, you will see some of his artwork that he has done for the series.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, thank you, DoomGoblin. Next would be the owner of the channel you guys are watching this on, Sir Thompshire.
Oh, I'm Sir Thompshire and I make the cinema. That's basically it.
Yeah. I suppose so. Next would be Skoll.
Yeah, I'm Skoll. I do the machinimas. I do some lore videos and speculation videos. And you can find me on the YouTube and on Twitter.
Indeed. And I was your Game Master DM Teeironor. I do mostly Warcraft lore videos covering really niche topics, but I took a bit of a break in the last few days because of IRL stuff. I should be back by the time you see this episode. Complicated with the timeline. But yeah. Thank you all our dear viewers for watching and listening to us. And we'll see you guys in our next episode. And in our next videos and our next artwork in the case of DoomGoblin, I suppose. So yeah. Goodbye everyone.
See ya.